Bulgaria?
The most toxic community.
Okay,
I've
are
ever
you
been in.
sad that you're irrelevant? I have thought about leaving you once. Yes.
Jesus, that's so bad. It feels like an interrogation.
It is.
Or a lead into an apology video. We need to look like we're in hardship, so things aren't good. Like, if we have a door, it probably means we're rich. Because we've got more than one room.
That's not a door, that's a dungeon. Still a door.
Probably why we're doing an apology video.
We worry that we have a dungeon. I asked you guys on my Instagram, hello. I asked you guys to ask me some controversial, hard questions.
Why?
Just gotta get the views. Which one is harder, quartz or diamond?
What?
Hard questions.
So how many dad jokes are we gonna get doing this?
11 plus 6 minus 3 equals...
11 plus 6 minus 3. To be honest, I repeated the question, so it wasn't a hard question, to buy myself time to calculate in my head to say the question.
14.
And any time you need to buy yourself time, just repeat the question. It should allow you enough time to Google it. Or like, oh my god, George Clooney, and then, ask a marine biologist the answer.
They're not gonna know what 11 plus 6 minus 3 is.
No, I'm talking about a question specific for them. So if it was
like how many fish are there?
Yes.
Are you moving? What is going on with your apartment?
Okay, yes, and not telling.
What is the first step to recovery?
Okay, please proceed. Why are you looking at me?
Actually, I made a video about this. Like, it's my 4th video on this channel, so if you want to watch that, I probably made way more sense back then because I was actually going through it. But I remember that one of the first steps that I had to take was to just kind of say, I'm a stupid person and everything that I know is actually wrong.
I kind of had to put myself in this mindset that I didn't know anything. Like, I was uneducated about food and calories and meal plans, even though I felt like I was the most knowledgeable person in the world. So that meant my idea of a high amount of calories were wrong. That meant my ideas on portion sizes were wrong.
Basically, like, all the rules that I had for myself, I had to just in one go say, yeah, that's completely wrong. I have to unlearn all of that stuff.
I think a lot of people are stuck in that limbo because they think they are doing it, but they haven't really given into it.
Exactly. For me, I was picking and choosing what I was going to follow and discount and, do a rule here, maybe challenge myself there. But it kept me in this limbo of quasi-recovery.
Sometimes it can be hard to just say, I no longer, like that rule, I forget it. You can't just forget something that you know. You have to break it, and then it becomes less relevant to your life.
And that's exactly how my YouTube channel helped me. I had an opposite action that I replaced. I made my recovery fun, almost. So say the rule of walking X amount of steps every day, I had to stop that, and then I made a video about, remember when it was that typhoon?
Yeah,
and we just sat at home all day, and I made a video about it just to make...
That doesn't sound fun, but it was. It was
Yeah.
fun. I always try to relate it to something like in my life. I'm very superstitious sometimes. Like, I'm not trying to be, but I create these superstitions with like injuries I've had, and I think if I don't do this, I'll get injured, or if I don't do that, I'll get bad luck in it. And those little things, like, they don't affect me hugely, but some of them do, right? Like my injury one. One weird one was when they told me the 3 tiles and you walk 3 gutters in a row, it's bad luck. We would make a game of it where we would avoid them. But then I started to like really notice them and observe them everywhere and avoid them. So then I made a specific promise and commitment to myself that whenever I saw it, I'd walk straight through it.
Nice! I love that!
It gave me so much power.
Yeah, and then you had so much bad luck.
And then I lost my wallet.
Next question. Do you worry about triggering people when you exercise and wear revealing clothing? Okay, I got a question that's similar to this one, which is just as hard. Do you think your videos actually harm others? No, just like, it just makes me feel bad to think that videos that I make might be harmful or hurtful.
You can't. My thought on this is probably extra controversial, but I don't think that you can possibly not trigger everyone. You cannot physically make everyone happy. It is impossible. So unfortunately, if someone's seen something of yours and they haven't liked it or it's triggered them, they should avoid. If a picture of someone just at the beach enjoying themselves is so triggering, I think you're not safe for social media. I mean that in the nicest way possible.
My channel has always been positive. I wholeheartedly believe that. I think that I've evolved as a person, and I think that things that work for me now wouldn't have worked for me before. Every time I make my video, I always think about how I can entertain, how I can make someone enjoy their time watching my video. And whilst there might be differing opinions on the things that I do, I'm never trying to tell anybody what to do. I'm just getting about my business and trying to put a smile on your face. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna say some stupid stuff.
I do it all the time.
But I'm learning every day, and I'm gonna continue learning and solidifying what I think, because I'm still in the process of figuring out for myself. Next question, do you have a job? I hate this question.
It discredits what you do as a job.
Yeah, so I don't have a job.
Yes, you do.
Okay, fine.
People like that know you in your life, they don't recognize it as one.
No.
They never view it as one. Even like your own family and friends. It frustrates me because I know that you work really hard.
Thank you.
At what you do, and people just go, oh, don't worry, like finish that later, let's do this.
Even I don't take my job seriously, as you see. Like, when people ask me, I get really awkward, and one time I said that I was a stripper just so that I could get away from saying that I was a YouTuber. It's tough, and it's also really tough for somebody who's like me, who is up and down. I'm just some kind of roller coaster girl, and sometimes I'm on it, sometimes I'm not. And that will also play into what I think about myself. So if I can't consistently make content, or I'm not consistently active, then I'm like, well, that means I'm not. How is this a job then? Because why can't I put on a smile on my face and do a video for you guys?
And no, I think the hardest thing about being a business owner is you create your work. It's difficult. So
I'm really good at planning. I love to plan things.
But then not do.
And then the next time I'm like, that's too much. Yeah. We're getting there. I'm 25 and I'm still getting there. Ooh. Are you sad that you're irrelevant?
Oh my god, did someone say?
Yeah, I am. And that's one of the main things that stops me from doing anything, which doesn't make sense.
There are people in the rugby realm that are the most successful people in the entire world, and they're, unbelievably successful. And you're like, who's that? Not relevant to you. Relevant? Yes.
If you're thinking about starting the YouTube game,
oh god,
it's really tough. My business is basically me, right? So that automatically makes me feel like if people don't watch, people automatically don't like me or something like that. It makes it very personal. I have to pay the bills, so that means I have to get the views, but I also don't want to make videos that I don't like, and just that it's really a hard thing to balance. I love what I do. I love the way that it's heading and the video quality and editing quality that I've been able to build and learn.
I think you can feel successful when you've created a video you love. Like that's successful when you've impacted someone. Bring it down to the core of why you do it in the first place.
Have you ever done drugs?
Jesus.
If so, what was your experience with them?
I've never touched a drug in my life. I'm just really against it.
When I was like 15, 16, I smoked the green plant one time, and it made me very, very, very paranoid. My experience was like a scared, angry basher.
What's a basher?
Like I bashed a bin, and the bin rolled down the hill, and all the beer bottles fell out.
If you want to do it, you do it. It's your own life and your own body. You do whatever you want. Just don't push or force other people to do it if they're not comfortable with it.
Has Tyler ever done something so bad that you thought about leaving him?
Oh shit, good question.
I think that's a great question.
Have I?
Well, I have thought about leaving you once.
Really? Was it just the other night?
We got in a fight. Should I actually say it?
Yeah, what did I say?
You said that you act like my parent. So
I was gonna leave me because I said
because you said I was immature and you act like my parent.
Oh, that's a good insult though.
No, that was why would I want want you to think.
Imagine telling...
If you think...
Then how did you talk yourself back
I
around?
was like, oh no, you're dumb. And that
Wait,
was
you
it.
called yourself dumb?
No, you're dumb. You're dumb. I'm staying with you, sucker. So
Oh,
what about you?
I've never actually
Really?
thought about it, yeah. Times have been tough, but I always was like...
Wait, times are tough? Last question. What do you think about nude art modeling? Go for it, girl! Lucrative job, I'd say.
What is?
I don't know. What's the hourly rate?
How much does it pay? And
Let's see.
Holy hecka. Wait, is that going in this video?
By the way, make sure you like this video.
This is a really fun game. I play it, okay? So, go on to Beck's channel and see how fast you can like every single one of his. If there's an add-on, you gotta watch it, unfortunately. But it's a really fun game. I do it a lot, but make sure this is paramount. If you've done it before, don't do it again. Okay? If you played this game before, don't play it the second time.
When you move your body